We just got done not too long ago at the barn, and man, oh man, long day. We get done around 2:45. I guess we were done a little earlier than that. I didn't leave till 2:45. A lot going on today. We had lots of clients out today. We had Bill Donnelly and his brother were here from Ohio. So thanks to them for coming out. We always love to have clients come out at all, but definitely clients from outside of this jurisdiction, certainly outside this country, to show up and watch the horses train on an off day for them, but definitely a busy day for us. Was fantastic. So great to see Bill and his brother. Had a little lunch with them. They're going to Mohawk tonight. I am going to be off to Flamborough here in another hour to drive Susie K. So what went on this week? What went on today? We had lots of horses training today. We'll get to that in a minute. I said to Bill, I always love when horses you don't really know about. Are they any good? Are they showing exhibit signs of being good? Then you watch the videos, or they make breaks, or they're just not doing it right, and then I get behind them and we change a few things and it clicks, and they just look like a totally different reborn horse. And that's probably one of my most favorite things is to go with a horse with low expectations or no expectations, and then be so happily surprised. I'll let the cat out of a little bag today. Jazzy Judy was ultra impressive today. Again, 2 weeks in a row. This time she beat up on some better competition. And by better competition, I mean they're quite a bit more seasoned than her, I would think, even in their young training careers. If we were gonna label them, and I did at Christmas time, marking them. She raced against some good B plus horses today and came first over and beat them and made them like it. And she was really good. Another couple of horses we'll talk about in a minute were ultra impressive. One that I didn't see coming again. 2 weeks in a row this happened to me. So I left the training center happy, smiling. As I say it all the time, the usual suspects were good. Again, no surprise. I guess not really letting the cat out of the bag. Eternity Road was fantastic again today. It's king of the castle. That's just the way it is. So Eternity Road was very, very good again today. What else went on? We had our stake payment check sent out yesterday. It's in the mail, headed towards Joanne's Staking, where they will send in the check for us for where we want to race our horses. Thank you very much to everybody that sent your payments in as quickly as you could and expedited it. Some people actually expedited it. Very appreciative. Obviously, it's not very often I ever bother anybody. Hey, we got to get this paid, or hey, I never have to bother our clients. We get the greatest clients in horse racing, but when it comes to February, March, and April, things get real tight and the line gets really thin. And again, much appreciated that people got the checks in. We're still waiting for some, but they're on their way, and it means a lot. It means a lot. So thank you very much. We had some qualifiers and schoolers this week. I was very, very happy with Bottle of Red. Now, I guess not very, very happy, because as I said to James pulling up, I'm like, even James sometimes said to James, I was really hoping these qualifiers, the track would be better, the weather would be better. We get a real good qualifier into these horses. He said, they'll show up next week. I said, yeah. I said, but there's a lot of clients that were hoping to see their horses look good in the qualifier in anticipation of their first start of the year, and the track just wouldn't let us. We qualified 4 horses. All 4 horses had flip-flops on. Our schoolers were a little bit better. Just to put in perspective, as I said in the video the other day, how deep or poor, if you want, the track was the other day. I warmed up Johan to school him, and I scratched him. Took him out and took the harness off him. I'd said to Jason, I didn't wait 7 months to ruin him today. So take the harness off him, and we did. Who else went? Hometown Boys went good, 2-4, last half 59. Stonebridge Simba was really, really good. Now, James and I couldn't go with Simba, so I actually talked Roger Mayotte into going with him, which was cool. Roger's, he's a great guy. Those of you watching racing, you know who Roger Mayotte is. And Roger went with Simba. Now, James and I are gone away this Thursday. As I said, we're taking our father away on a family vacation. And Roger's going to qualify Stonebridge Simba for us if able. So that's good. Emerald Miss, I told you guys we're not qualifying this filly until she's good. Now she's good. She schooled twice and she was kind of so-so. Schooled her the other day, so much better. Really impressed with the way Emerald Mist looked. Zeb Sunshine was good. I suspect those 3 horses will be all in to qualify Thursday. 4th one being Miss Mischief Maker. Now, I was kind of at the mercy of the fractions. The guy that's made, I got away 3rd or 4th and just want to sit. Get over the half and 5. 1 mile, 2, 3, and 3. She was closing on the end of it, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 4. But she was very, very good. So the qualifiers and the schoolers went well. We got a couple of series coming up in Ohio and Pennsylvania. In Ohio, there is a series. There's 2 series for Simba. Stonebridge Simba has an hours of 4, and then we'll transition that in hopefully into an hours of 6 series. And Arvika, who notably can race after running over a wheel. I was trying to force my way out last night and struck Bob McClure's wheel got tight and there was contact and it was my fault. Arvika put a step in and I was mad at myself in the blink of an eye because I thought she's going to run and it's my fault. And she ended up coming right up trotting and charging late, finished 4th, got beat by Bob. I might have beat Bob anyway, maybe not, I don't know, but she ended up, I guess not mathematically, when you look at her lines, it won't stand out, but probably one of the best races she ever win, and clearly the fastest she'd ever trotted down lane. Sure, she's shown quarters in 28 following speed, but passing horses has never been her superpower. And she passed 3 or 4 of them late in the stretch to get up for 4th, so impressive there. Now, there is So Pine. He broke equipment. You see the BE on the end of his line. His crupper broke, and James couldn't finish the mile properly with him last night, but he was a little off right hind, and we're going to get him checked on Tuesday. Nothing stood out. It was definitely right hind. It seemed to me up high. No swelling, little bit of heat. We're going to get him looked at on Tuesday. And then, of course, yes, he had a terrible race, his last race, and it was found out that he had a strain in his right hind leg. So it leaves me feeling guilty, as I said when I went to bed the other night. Makes me feel like it's my fault. You know, are we asking for too much? And maybe I am. You know, maybe this will be one of those moments where you look back and, you know, chalk it up to live and learn. It had nothing to do with greed and wanting money, and had everything to do with when we stop the horses so that we can predict when we're going to have them ready to go again, which I wanted them ready to go in August, right? I wanted them ready to go in August so that we got to look at the 4-year-old scene. We got to look at the landscape of trots, whether it be open trots or high-end trots for horses like Oso Pine, White Tiger, yes, even West 52nd, Stonebridge Simba. We knew where these horses were going to be ready to race, and by the time we got them to the races, the open market, so to speak, the open trot, the open classes at any tracks would already be fleshed out, so we would know where's their strength and where's their weaknesses. Maybe the open trot at Philadelphia and Harris isn't strong. Maybe the one in Indiana or Illinois or Scioto isn't strong, and we could put our horses there. And we don't want to race our horses necessarily straight up, just right against 5- and 6-year-old killers. That's tough, man. It's not easy. That 4-year-old division is very, very difficult, and the transition from 3 to 4 is complicated as it is, complicated enough without making it more, muddying the waters even more by just, giving them February, March off, getting them ready in end of April, and then putting them into go in May, and bam, oh, by the way, every good 4-year-old on earth and age trotter is ready to go then. So I would rather give them time to mature, fill out, grow up, and have them ready on our schedule, but maybe that was my mistake. I keep looking back and saying, well, yes, wasn't with us. Oso Pine wasn't with us. White Tiger seems fantastic. Never seen this horse as good as he is right now. West 52nd was put away fine, just tired, right? Stonebridge Simba had some time off. He's coming back good. It's my fault anyway. I mean, I'm the manager of the stable.ca. I'm the guy. And if these horses got hurt, it's under my watch. So, yes, we'll make a full recovery. We'll find out what's going on with Oso Pine on Tuesday and see what we have to do with him. But both will recover, I'm sure of that. So we talked about the staking, we talked about the qualifiers, the schoolers, we talked about Oso Pine, and yes, the 2-year-olds come back, and I'm going to talk about some horses. I told you guys I let I let it slip a little bit about Jazzy Judy and how good she was today. There were a number of horses that were very, very good today, and the track was good. A tiny bit icy, but not bad. And I'll tell you how I measure it. If the horses with flip-flops are struggling, it's too icy. And they weren't struggling today. So I think it was just enough. A little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, and hard track underneath. Just impressed with, for the most part, all of them. This was the first week that we had moved horses down to Harry Polton and Kevin McMaster, so they got their first taste of the sets, training in the sets today. Harry had Rito Sunshine, Captain's Maid. That might have been it for him. Kevin had Adrenaline Rush. Kevin had Sunshine in May, and he also had Colt that had the OCDs out. Brilliant Corners. So lots to talk about, lots going on with the babies. 3-year-olds, a lot of them getting ready. They're getting very, very close now. We have 10 pretty much ready to go. And I guess 9, I'm counting Simba here. 9 3-year-olds pretty well ready to go. And another 5, 6, maybe 7 nipping at their heels. So things are starting to heat up. Things are gonna get really, really busy here soon. So that's it for the opening. I'll be back in a minute. We do have a top 10 list. I do want to talk about all the 2-year-olds in depth, all the 3-year-olds in depth, tell you where they're at, when they're racing, when they're qualifying, and then we'll get to all the stables. Be right back in just a minute. Got lots to talk about with the 2-year-olds.